Hello and welcome to Miracle. I'm Professor Abha Sharma, and this session is dedicated to the discussion of literary theories, and we've already done two videos. This is the third in the series, and the previous two videos were on new criticism and new critics, formalism. Let's start with structuralism. Okay, what is structuralism? You know what, I have already told you that form is the only content of the text, and when you have a form you have a structure. So this particular study is devoted to structuralism. Now, how do you understand a language, or how do you perceive this world? Isn't it very complex? You have name for each and every object in this world. You have names for each and every human being. You even have names for your pets. You have names for the birds. You have names for the animals. Every little or big things, they have names. What are these names? These names are the signs with which we recognize them. And these signs, they have symbols to denote. And these symbols or signs, they are understood in a larger structure. You know, if you name parrot, the larger structure is bird, then a larger structure is living things. So all the small or an individual thing, it is related to a bigger structure. And these structures are already there, embedded in our brain. You know what? While growing up, we learn these things, these larger structures gradually. We study the formation, complete form of the society, along with the language. We learn the ways and the customs in which we are brought in. So, suppose, and they are hackneyed also. They are so stubborn that they cannot be changed easily. Suppose if a person comes and says that his name is Jacob, or a girl says her name is Jacqueline. So what will you understand? What will you deduce? These names are Christian names, and you think that the person is from the Christian community unless you don't know the surname. So suppose what happens if you come to know that it is Jacob Verma or Jacqueline Sharma, what will your structure would change? Say, okay, they have Hindu surnames. That means they must be coming from the Hindu society or community. So, or then again you will say, why this first name is of a Christian type. So you would imagine again, your thinking will go back, okay, they might be from some inter-religion marriage or so. But then the structures are always there. The linguist, or the structuralist, you should say, Ferdinand de Saussure, and the anthropologist like Claude Lévi-Strauss, and even Ronald Barthes. These people have all worked and given us the explanation of language structures. You know, language is also a complete body of signs and structures. We learn language how? By the structures only. A, B, C, D. And if you combine CAT, then the structure the children are always taught from those books where the photographs, pictures of the meanings are there. So, all the languages have got a particular script. Like in Hindi, we have got Devanagari script. And in English, we have Roman script. Even French, German, and Spanish, they are written in Roman script. It's easy to learn these languages because the scripts are same. But then Mandarin, spoken by the Chinese people, It doesn't have any script. It is directly communicated in the form of symbols. Transcription. When we do the transcription in English, we have different symbols for each alphabet, or the assonant sounds and the consonant sounds. So in China, you don't have that. So every sign has got two things. One is the signifier and the signified. What is signified? Meaning. What is signifier? The symbol. And this science of signs is called semiology. If you have, suppose if you're talking about house. House is the complete symbol, sign. What is signified? The meaning. Meaning means we live in a house. Something where we live. Some place, some structure where we live. And what is a signifier? H-O-U-S-E. That is house. That way we understand a particular word, the sign which has got the signified and the upon signifier. Let's understand some terms related to structuralism, like lang and parole. Lang is the complete system of a language. Complete system of a language. That means it has everything, every word ever spoken or written or even thought comes in lang. And what is parole? Parole is that individual's language. Individual, any person who speaks or writes from the same big structure. That is called parole. Lang is a bigger structure and this is a smaller structure. And another way we can say lang is what people think and parole is what people write and speak. The other terms are competence and performance. Competence means a person has a competence of writing, listening, speaking, hearing. Competence again is a bigger structure. A person has a lot of competence, but the performance is always less than the competence. Performance is what he performs in speaking and writing. He may know much inside his mind, but then he would not be able to speak or to write everything he knows. There are times when we think of any sequence afterwards and then we regret, oh, we could have said this and done this and all. So the writing capacity is always more than the speaking capacity. So this way the competence is more and the performance is less. So again, structuralists worked on the science and the semiology, the science and various aspects of linguistics. So here we are talking about the structures which we understand. Whenever we get a text, so we read those words. We read the description of a community and our mind goes back and try to understand with whatever we already know, which is set in our mind. It's all psychological process. You know what? You have the science of psycholinguistics also in this. A child, when he starts learning by seeing the pictures and by pronouncing the symbols or the sounds by saying papa, mama, all these things. So it is already there. And he's shown certain things, see this is this and this is this and all. When he grows up and reads a text, he has so many images already in his mind. And what he does is, he tries to bring those structures and understand those symbols with the structures already present. You know what, this kind of thing will come again and again whilst explaining you the literary theory, because it is too much attached to the formation of the images in the brain. In a language, these signs are also governed by another system of rule and codes, which is called grammar. Now this grammar, according to the rules of the grammar also, you understand. So it is again if the grammar is already set in the brain. There are times when people learn this language directly when they are born as a mother tongue. Suppose if we learn English along with a mother tongue, we grasp it very nicely and completely. But if a person grows to a certain age and then he starts learning it not just as a second language but as a foreign language, or say he doesn't know a word and then he starts abruptly learning, it will be very difficult for him to learn because all the grammatical structures of his mother tongue are already there in the brain. And to take in new structures of grammar is very difficult. That's why people find it very difficult to learn any language after a certain age. I tried to learn Spanish, but I could only finish with the vocabulary or certain phrases or very small sentences. I could not get the fluency at all, and it's really very, very difficult. So I have this regret that why didn't I learn these foreign languages at an early stage? So all the young learners, please do go and try to learn some extra languages, foreign. So in short, we can say structuralism is that the whole system of language is governed or ruled by signs, and those signs are understood in a larger structure. And these structures are shared by the people of the same community. They govern our thoughts and the basic thinking. Therefore, while reading a text, the people of the same type may deduce the same kind of meaning, but then that is not sufficient to know. So we require another theory which is called post-structuralism. Post-structuralism will be discussed with modernism and postmodernism, because postmodernism, deconstruction, post-structuralism, they are all same. They overlap each other, and they are all from the modern literary theory. So we finished up our discussion of today here, and in the next we will be discussing modernism and postmodernism. Do not forget to subscribe and like our channel here. Also look for our website www.miraclewebstore. Thank you so much for watching this video, and till next, take care. Bye-bye.